Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Hello and welcome. I am so glad that you're joining us today for this Before the Dead Wars mini-series. I am Janie, the creator of Role Models, another TTRPG podcast, but today we are collaborating with We Geek Together. If you're not familiar, they are the game store that currently holds the Guinness World Record for the largest game of D&D ever played, and they yearly host an event called the Dead Wars, where a bunch of nerds congregate to play D&D together to hopefully break that record again and again. And we are here to promote their upcoming event this year. So we have some Role Models crew, some We Geek Together crew, and we are going to tell a little story in world to hopefully get you excited for this year's event and story. I'm Janie Eastman. I will be your DM today, and I am joined by some really wonderful people. How are we all doing today?
Woo! Woo! Right.
We're here. I am joined, of course, by the illustrious Christie Karr, and our own Mistress of Darkness, Coco Dunn. And then, am I seeing double? It's my brother, Wyatt Eastman. And then, am I seeing double? It's Sophia Dunn, sister of Coco Dunn. Am I seeing... I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no.
I am joined by We Geek Together representative Reese. How are you, Reese?
Doing good.
Doing good. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
And the just adorable Christina Craven. And I am so glad each of you are here today. I think we're going to have a lot of fun playing. And on that note, I'm guessing you guys want to know where we'll be playing. So our scene is in Kingdom Grand, which has been the place of the two previous Dead Wars events. So Kingdom Grand is a big, sprawling city, which is ripe with adventure. It's got bustling streets. However, currently in Kingdom Grand, there is sort of a tension. Like it's a powder keg ready to burst at any moment. In the past, the kingdom was very unified by these kind of big world-destroying events that were the last two Dead Wars in Vecna's army and then the Twin Gods. But now that everything's been peaceful, there have been 5 unique factions, note the banners, who have helped rebuild the city using their unique abilities and insights and values. However, now that things have been peaceful for quite some time, it seems like the city's not quite big enough for all 5 factions. So this equal power dynamic is due to shift at any moment, sending the city into total faction warfare. But like I said, that's got nothing to do with the game we're going to play. From these factions, little subgroups have formed since they are big political powerhouses. And these little subgroups are, for our purposes, sororities and fraternities. That young people in the city who are hopeful to be able to get into a faction and join the ranks and hopefully climb up, maybe one day get into leadership, want to join these sororities to get, well connected, meet other people, and learn some new skills. However, since these are such a good entryway, it's actually become quite competitive to get into these sororities and fraternities. So every year they host the Grand Rush, where you apply to be part of it. All of these young people gather around and go from faction to faction, applying, trying to advocate for themselves, and see which faction they want to join, and see which ones they can even get into. So that's where we're going to lay our scene. You are all standing in a crowd of other young people. It is a bustling city center, and there are 5 enormous buildings surrounding you. These are barracks from back in the days of war in Kingdom Grand that have now been converted to the kind of group homes for these sororities and fraternities. Each of them is kind of a plain stone building, and there's a little fountain in the middle of this square, and you're surrounded by a couple hundred people. And you keep hearing whispering. Everyone's dressed in their absolute best, looking their best, holding their spell books and their swords freshly polished, whispering, and you hear some people being like, I'm just here because I want to meet Leona. I'm just here because I want to go to the greenhouse. And everyone is teeming with excitement. And a beautiful Earth Genasi woman stands up and casts a spell, and her voice echoes, and she goes, Can everyone hear me okay? And a hush falls over the crowd. She goes, Hello, I'm Sybil. I am the leader of the sorority house for the arcane registry, and I'm so glad you're all here today to join us for the Grand Rush. Now, as much as we would love to let you have a free-for-all in the houses, what we do instead is I divide you up into groups. And these groups you will travel from house to house with. You'll have 2 days to explore the factions and hopefully make a good impression on us, the leaders. But to sort you into groups, each one of you should have gotten an application paper. And you look down, and you're holding your application, and she goes, I'll split you into groups based on numbers. So if everyone could take a look and find your group, we'll get you shuffled into the houses and start your tours. And as each of you look down at your paper, it sort of looks like it burns over, right? Like when you light the edge of a piece of paper on fire, it but the paper remains. And as each of you look down, you see the number 7. And she says, well, now that you have your group numbers, go find other people with the same number, form your group, and then we'll get you started. All right, best of luck. So each of you now have your papers, and you see other people around you start to go, group 6, 3, and people are sort of shuffling around.
I'm going to yell like, 7, the 7s. Are these 7s about?
You see, you are a Goliath, correct? You see a very tall Goliath girl shouting 7s. And I'm guessing each of you probably put together, oh, my number is 7, and make your way over. However, are any of you hesitant to approach?
I would say I would be, I casually looked at my number, but I'm just trying to find, like, the group that I think is, like, the cool group, you know? Like, the one that I think are gonna, like, definitely, like, propel themselves forward.
Okay. Well, do the rest of you gather around the Goliath girl?
I am, in fact, 3 feet tall, and so I am thrilled to hear my number from a very tall individual that I can see. I'm like, oh, yeah, 7. I'm a 7. I'm over here.
My character is definitely casting Minor Illusion just as he's walking towards this Goliath, and it's just gonna be like a giant number 7 with like flashing lights, basically being like, you cannot miss it. There's a tall woman yelling and a flashing light. Like, we're going this way.
We are officially the most obnoxious.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a group of people standing next to you guys giving you, like... And they're all in coordinating outfits, by the way.
Of course they are.
Of course they are. So, as each of you kind of find your way to each other, you're standing in a circle with your papers held out in front of you. And do you perhaps introduce yourselves?
I will start. Okay. I am Giga Gashburtgoth. You can call me Gigi. I'm an Aquarius.
Giga what now? Giga...
You can call me Gigi. It's Gigi. Okay. I'm an Aquarius. Gigi is pushing 9 feet tall. She's a pretty large lady. She's got shredded muscles and battle scars. She's also wearing a glitter pink scrunchie on her wrist. She's got clearly very well bleached blonde hair. That she has
I can't believe that you wrote me as your character.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm just kidding.
She's got this little little dog in a purse. She's wearing them in 2 little pigtails, and she's so excited to be there and so incredibly lost.
I love that.
Who are you though?
My name's Peridot Brambleberry. You can just call me Perry. My family sent me here. They said that it would be really good for me to meet new people and kind of be in a new situation, and that I should be really nice to everyone and work really hard. And I'm just... What's your name?
Me? So standing before you, you see an elf man. He's got like kind of silvery hair, kind of almost silvery skin as well, just very high elf man. He's a wizard. He's kind of dressed in robes, but also he looks like your standard preppy guy. He's wearing a cardigan. He looks obnoxious as hell, because he is. And he says, yeah, my name's Chadwick. I'm a wizard. I'm here to join the arcane registry, hopefully, and just try to get a little bit more make some new connections around the city. Just,
get more power.
Yeah, that too. Of course. Yeah. He's going to pivot, fumbling the social situation, and say, what's your name?
Mira is probably just standing like a little, slightly farther away from the group, just because there's a lot of big personalities and she's very just like in her own space. But she just turns and is like, I'm Mira. Nice to meet you. She's like, I'm a Taurus, so
Oh, good.
if
Yes,
you know what
this
that
is good
means,
to know.
you know what that means. She's got long, just like white blonde hair, very tan, very muscular, and she's wearing like the sweatpants, like the joggers, and like a sports bra, basically, like just abs and muscle all over the place.
I love that this is Bleach Blonde Muscle Mommy Squad. I
As it
love
should
that.
be.
That's who I roll up with. So I
Can we
love
actually rename the
that. Yes. Role models, Bleach Blonde Muscle Mommy Squad. That's the new name of the show.
And what's your name? You're just gotta stand in there.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm Laura, and she's a half elf druid. She's got very kind of pale green hair, very loosely braided together. It's got kind of leaves in it. You can't tell if those are intentional or just kind of picked up on the way walking through. She's got a big pack with a lot of assortment of things sticking out, grasses, flowers, little bottles hanging off with things like dried petals and other things that look like they've been in there way too long, maybe a little scary. And I'm so excited to be here. You're so tall.
I could just pinch your little cheeks.
Oh, please do.
I think after realizing that like everyone else has kind of gone their own ways, I'd be like, yes, all right, I'll catch you later. And I'll be like, oh, I guess I am here with you individuals. Nice to meet you. I guess I should say that my name is Bruce in Britches.
In breeches?
Yes, my pantaloons are very, very appealing to all.
Imbridges, what a name.
Yes, it is not a name, it is a title.
I'm Perry the Halfling then.
Yes, I like it.
Thanks.
I am Gigashk in the pink scrunchie.
Ah, the pink scrunchie, very powerful, fits you very much so.
Oh, thank you. Not all of us can have the breeches, but they look very good on your figure.
Oi, I know a guy. He may be able to help you out.
I'm Laura in the bushes. Did I do that right?
No, it has to be like something like that you wear, you know, like because like I have breeches. They show off who I am.
I wear the bushes.
You wear bushes,
I wear the bushes.
like oh, you are druid. That makes sense.
Okay, so a peppy human girl with a clipboard kind of like skips up to you and she goes, Group 7? Group 7?
That's us.
Okay. So you've got Mira, we've got Gigi, Alora, Chadwick, Perry, and Bruce, right? You're all here and accounted for?
See,
Okay.
I'm here, right here.
Okay,
Right here.
perfect. Alrighty. Well, we actually don't have a listed starting place for you guys. So we've got the 5 factions here. Of course, you guys already know this, but you've got the Arcane Registry, you've got Nature's Pathway, the Unbound, the Industrialists, and the Protectors of the Old Gods. Did you guys know what house you wanted to start at? Are you guys familiar with this at all?
Chadwick really wants to do the arcane one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would love to meet the Arcane Registry.
Okay, the Arcane Registry sounds good. Alrighty. So, my name is Jenny. I'm one of the counselors here, and so I'll be about, there's going to be a couple other people like me. We've got our cute t-shirts on, and hers is like tied up on the side, like sorority girls do, and it's got a big sigil on it. And she's like, I'm helping with the Grand Rush, so if you need anything, come find someone in a t-shirt like mine. But yeah, so you'll have 2 days to go explore the houses. So I'd recommend going and at least seeing 2 today and maybe 3 tomorrow, or if you have time, whatever. But each house will kind of have their own unique, like, trial or little test, little game you can play. But yeah, you have to make a pretty good impression so that they, remember you. Because we host a big announcement party on day 3. It's really fun. Just as long as you don't get kicked out of the rush, you can come. And that's where we announce who kind of got what accepted into the factions they applied for. So good luck. Do you guys have any questions?
One thing I will ask, where did you get your jeans? Those look very
Oh my
flattering
gosh.
upon
Are you kidding? I got it from Faye Rooney and Falcon.
Oh, I will write it down.
They are so
right
cute.
now.
And guess what? They have tall. They have extra long inseams, girl. So I bet you'd look really cute in the apple bottom ones. Okay. Anyway. Okay. I'm with Nature's Pathway, so I will put in a good word for you.
Could you put in a word for me?
Anyway, have so much fun, you guys. I hope you have a really good time, and good luck, okay?
Thanks, Jenny.
Of course, you're so welcome. Alrighty. And she points you in the direction of a big house, one of them that kind of has a blue door with a banner, that blue banner specifically, hanging over it. And as you approach, maybe you feel a knot in your throat, kind of a clench in your stomach as you walk in. So, as you enter the arcane registry, it is immaculately decorated. And towards the back, you see these big double doors labeled Libraria Magi. And they are ornate wooden carved doors, and you can tell that they're just kind of like teeming with magic. Those of you who have any sort of arcane ability can feel that. And Sybil is standing at the front. She is very smartly dressed. She's wearing like a little like girl boss pantsuit and vest, and she looks very nice. She is a Earth Genasi wizard, and she looks kind of angular in her face, and she's got like this cool geode jewelry, and like her face is almost like geode makeup. And she goes, "Welcome to the Arcane Registry. How are you all?"
We are so good, Sybil.
Nice to meet you guys. So, what made you want to come into the Arcane Registry?
Question. Are there a few other individuals walking around us too?
Yes, there's another group walking around. They are with a tall elven man who has kind of all these like potion bottles on him. So you're guessing that this is like the sorority leader and the fraternity leader kind of doing the separate tours.
I'm definitely just distracted just watching the other individuals, just trying to be like, oh, hello there. Like, just trying to, like, just trying to catch anyone's eye.
And they're all walking past you like, is he in our group? No. Is that a cat? Is that a cat in pants? In trousers?
Britches.
But, you know what? Can I get a cut in? Can we bring it in? Thank you.
Points coming in. Camera D. Striking.
This is my
Give me a
favorite.
set. Okay, talking heads. 1, take 1, marker. Oh, hold on. Second slate. Talking heads 1, take 1. Camera E, talking heads take 1, scene 1.
Hold for focus.
Give me set.
Set.
State your name for the camera one more time.
My name's Sybil Ash. I can't believe you guys are having arcane difficulties. This is really embarrassing. The Grand Rush is kind of a big deal, you guys. So, my name is Sybil Ash. I've been the leader of the sorority for the Arcane Registry for like a couple years now. And to be honest, I'm over this Grand Rush thing. I've not really been impressed for like a year now. There's just not been any impressive candidates in the past few years. So we've started coming up with a fun way to kind of weed them out, I guess. So at least that part's entertaining. That's all I had to say.
Lights coming back up. Watch your eyes.
Okay. Crew move. Points out of the way.
Strike light.
So there you go. That's a talking head.
Sounds really good.
Okay.
I love David Beard. You gonna wear the suit?
So Sybil welcomes you in and she says, so each house has made its own kind of upgrade to the barracks, right? Obviously the rooms are upgraded. We all have jacuzzi, bathtubs. It's really nice. But what we've added is we've added the Libraria Magi. So usually we don't let outsiders take a look, but during the Grand Rush, you can come take a look. And she opens up these big ornate doors, right? Think Beauty and the Beast's library on crack. Like, there are books coming off the shelves, very, like, Beauty and the Beast meets Harry Potter. Like, there are people looking over these books, and there's magic scrolls, there's artifacts in cases. It goes up 2 floors. There are people studying and chatting and testing different spells. There's, like, a little private alcove that you can kind of tell is, like, a magic ward where people can practice their more dangerous spells without hurting other people. And she says, so this is the Library of Magi.
Wow.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, feel free and take a look around.
Can we touch some of the books, or?
Here, give it a try. And she hands you a big tome called, like, Beginner Spells for Dummies. And do you open it? It slams shut on you.
Oh, no.
And she says, one of the perks of joining the sorority or fraternity here is all of the books are enchanted to only be opened by members of the arcane registry. Also, typically, the doors are bound. If everyone could pay attention to this production note for a second. Okay, perfect. All of the books are bound to only be opened by members of the arcane registry. The doors are also bound, so usually people can't come in and go. It's only open for the grand rush for a couple of days.
That
For a
seems
couple
stupid.
days?
Yeah,
What if you want to come in again?
you have to join them.
Do I have to be able to cast magic to join this?
No, you just have to have an understanding and an appreciation of
I
magic.
see. But believe me, I'm going to cast Friends and be like, I am very skilled in the arcane arts.
Immediately dissipates.
Oh! Dang.
She goes, did you seriously just try and cast friends on me?
Oh, wait, I'm just trying
What
to get
was
a
your name
better
again?
understanding.
Is he with you guys?
No, I don't know.
We just met him.
He's somebody's
He's just
kid,
followed.
I think.
It's a stray cat that just followed us in here. I don't know.
Tabaxis are not just any regular cats.
The what?
He has breeches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I suppose it's better that he's wearing pants.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, anyway, do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to see? Or do you guys just want to get directly into the trial?
While all of that was going down, Perry wandered over to the doors and she just like put both hands on them and she said, "These are beautiful doors."
Huh? Sybil kind of turns around to you and she goes, the doors?
Yeah, they're very cool.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. We had an artisan come to redo the whole building a couple years ago.
It's probably because you have the best taste.
Do you really think that?
Of course I do.
Oh my gosh, you're just adorable. How old are you anyway?
19.
Oh, okay. Well, do you know magic?
I don't know. I come from a really big family, and so I spent a lot of time taking care of my siblings, so I didn't get a chance to, like...
Kids? Like kids?
Yeah.
Ew.
I don't have any, though.
They hate kids here.
They hate kids. I think Chadwick is going to try to I want to make an Arcana check to see if I can understand all of the enchantments in the room so that I can kind of flex my arcane knowledge.
Okay. Feel free to make a roll.
Okay, that is a 26.
Oh.
Ooh.
So you're able to tell that there's a lot of like a continuous dispel magic everywhere, kind of like, but these study tables. You can also tell that there is kind of this enchantment on all of the books. Like, it's so intense it kind of gives you a headache, like a super strong perfume. Like, there's a lot of arcane energy going on in here.
Interesting. I think the first thing he's going to do is he's going to try to open one of these books in the anti-magic, dispel magic areas and see if it will stay open. And just kind of talk like, oh, these enchantments are really impressive. And then he's going to try to open the book.
It stays open for a little bit longer in the dispel magic areas, but it does also slam shut.
Interesting.
Trying to abuse the dispel magic areas, huh?
Well, any mage worth their salt knows that you need to experiment with their magic. And seeing all these powerful enchantments, of course I had to.
Yeah, what are you? Are you a wizard, sorcerer?
It's like, I'm a wizard. I earned it the hard way.
That's so true. So true. The frat leader, Daniel, he's a warlock. And, like, that's really nice and everything. Like, he is a really good spellcaster, but, like, I'm patron.
You just asked Daddy for your spells.
Period.
It's like, okay,
That's
we get it.
so
You have a
true.
rich dad.
That's so true. So true. Well, you seem to have an interesting group. Why don't we put you guys through our little test then?
Perfect. Let's try.
Okay.
I didn't study.
The book didn't like me. I don't think
Let's
bodes
go
well.
ahead and turn our attention to this screen over here.
Oh.
And if each of you could open your phones to Kahoot.it. You did not. Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
Oh, this is great.
For those of you at home, we are going to be playing a Kahoot, which is a quiz-style game. I will be reading aloud the questions and answers. For the purposes of our game, this is a Dungeons and Dragons themed trivia.
Oh no.
And points are based on you not only getting the correct answer, but being the fastest to get the correct answer. So if you're playing along at home, feel free and join us in this game. And also, if I got any of the answers incorrect, blame Google. So, do each of you have it just about...
Oh, I guess I should put my name.
What the...
You know,
Dang, I was just in the Kahoot vibe, you know.
The Kahoot vibes took
So
over.
how do I edit my name again?
You might be toast. Sybil goes, who's Ash Cheeks?
I'm just in. Sorry.
No bridges to be found.
no.
I didn't even make that connection.
And so in world, Sybil kind of like turns on this like crystallized screen and hands each of you like a little knob to like turn to the answer you think it is. Is that everybody in? Are you ready? Take a deep breath.
I'm so afraid.
Breathing exercises.
The first question is, when was Dungeons & Dragons' first player handbook published? 1974, 1978, 1981, or 1985? And you will have 20 seconds to answer each question. And the correct answer is 1978, and 3 of you got that correct.
Oh.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Alora coming in the lead here. Alrighty, next question. Which of these are not original D&D classes according to the first player's handbook? The assassin, fighting man, magic user, or the cleric? Which one of these is not an original D&D class?
You sure about that?
No.
What?
The
not
assassin
sure about
is
anything.
not
Really?
a real D&D class in the first player's
Fighting
handbook.
man? That's
Perry
so
knows
dumb.
nothing, okay?
They didn't believe in rogues back then.
No, they did not. It was just magic user, fighting man, and the cleric.
We are not getting into this sorority, guys.
Rogue is just a social concept.
Okay,
let's be
which of
real.
these answers is a real D&D spell? Noxious Cloud, Night Watch, Make Light, or Shape Change?
Specific wording?
Like,
Answer the question. 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, the correct answer is
I
Shape
go with
Change. Shape Change is a real D&D spell, and some of you knew
I am on
that.
the board.
Some of you know that.
Glasses
Chadwick.
give me powers.
Listen.
Wait, can you pass those over here?
Okay, true or false? The fly spell requires touch as a component, meaning you must touch someone to cast the fly spell upon them. True or false?
I cannot unfortunately cast a spell, but I do know the answer to this.
Okay. Wyatt's looking to cheat. True, and you all got this right. That is true. Okay, Chadwick on the board. Bottom of the board, but he is on the board.
Chadwick's a bottom, confirmed.
Got that. Okay, which young celebrity starred in a D&D parody movie called Mazes and Monsters? Bill Murray, Tom Hanks, Robin Williams, or David Tennant? This was a parody movie made in, I believe, the late 80s, early 90s, and it was straight to TV. For some extra information for you. And it was also very anti-D&D. The answer is Tom Hanks, which none of you knew.
No.
I love that most of us thought David Tennant.
Most of you thought it was David Tennant.
Yeah, it seems like something.
Also, I need to give myself a big pat on the back for these fake answers, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, your next question. Which of these is not an official D&D race based on D&D Beyond? A Gith, a Bugbear, an Umbral Elf, or a Githzerai? The answer is Umbral Elf, which none of you knew. The rest of those are official D&D classes.
Gith must be
on
new.
Earth is a bugbear?
A Bugbear?
It's like
Bugbear.
It's like a hobgoblin, like worse than a hobgoblin.
Also, what was the name? Oh, damn it. What was the name of the first official Dungeons & Dragons convention? The Cincinnati Tabletop Gaming Convention, the original role-playing convention, Lake Geneva Wargame Convention, or Wizard Gaming Con?
Lake
The
Geneva.
Geneva Wargame Convention.
If that is the
That's
answer,
not
I
the
don't even
name.
know.
in my mind.
No way.
It is the Lake Geneva Wargame Convention.
Oh my god.
Because the game was created on, I believe, a road called Geneva, or a city called Geneva. And your next question
Oh my god.
is the Lake Geneva War Games Convention still held today?
Oh,
It's
hope
gonna
so.
be
I was gonna say, I'll be
and
disappointed
I
if
I
it is.
don't want it to be yes.
I want it to be a so bad.
The answer is
Yes.
true. You guys might now know it as, you might be familiar with Gen Con, short for
Oh.
Geneva.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Wow.
that is true, according to Google.
I just went down the charts because
Harry was not
I thought
destined
you were
to be in the
trying to put a
arcane
flip on us.
registry.
Nope. Alora's still in the lead,
Aye.
but just barely. Chadwick climbing the ranks. Was it kind of embarrassing that you were on the bottom and your icon was the brain?
Yeah. I mean, listen, some of that was like warlock knowledge, like otherworldly. How was he gonna know that?
How do beholders reproduce?
Oh lord.
By touching eyelashes?
Whoa.
By sacrificing another beholder?
Oh no!
Through
no.
dreams?
I know
Or,
the answer.
or laying
No.
eggs?
Is
Also, I
this
spelled laying
English?
wrong.
Yes.
Laning eggs.
No, I know what it is, and I clicked the wrong one.
I
Dang
spelled
it.
laying eggs
Dang it!
wrong.
Dang it!
The answer is through dreams.
Yes, it was.
They dream about another beholder and then it exists.
Yep.
Oh.
There you go.
Is that not how reproduction works?
That's
Hold on a minute.
that's what. It's not a
And-
stork.
My
It's not a
friends,
giant multi-eyed stork.
take a look at this tier list. Reese, don't you play D&D like as your job?
Okay, I know. I'm sorry. But this is Bruce. This is not Reese.
Okay, and
And this is Ash Checks. Like,
Sophia, how long have you been playing D&D?
Less than a year.
Okay. Period. And we are on to the last question.
No.
Mirror images are immune to the sentinel feat. Is this true or false? I will provide no context to what either of those things mean. False.
Oh.
They are not immune to the sentinel feat. Mirror images can be struck by someone with the sentinel feat. And that is our game. And let's see. In third place, we have Perry. In second place, we have Alora. And in first place, we have Mira. Wow. Okay. Let me note down.
well, hey, what about fourth and fifth? Those were very important titles.
How do you feel about that one? Honestly, I don't really care much for the arcane registry. I think that having books be only for them and books on magic and be only for them is stupid. But, you know, taking tests is all about breathing and centering yourself and not freaking out, so I'm not really surprised. No. It's not for me.
My name is Chadwick Pendragon, and I'm feeling a little embarrassed right now. I think that, maybe this should have been a little bit more focused on the arcane arts.
Are you worried now?
I'm definitely more worried than I was this morning, but we'll pull through.
Sybil gathers you around. She goes, okay, Mira, that's you?
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Thanks.
It's a good thing I don't care about being a gigantic nerd. Otherwise, I would be really embarrassed right now.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. Yeah.
You got the gigantic part down.
I just think it's so cool that we
Okay,
have
Diva.
such smart people here.
And then we've got Elora. Is that the little?
Yeah.
Nicely done.
I told you I could open that book if you would let me.
You know, you're a druid, right? So you know a thing or two about magic. Why don't you? Could you just do me a favor? Could you just take the glasses off, just for a second?
Why?
Just so I can see. You can put them back on.
Okay.
Hey, do not listen to them. I think you look inspiring, and I'll give you a bardic inspiration. Yes.
Thank you.
Also, why does it matter if she takes her glasses off? Isn't the arcane registry supposed to be about knowledge rather than looks?
Well, if you have bad vision without your glasses, how are you going to read the books?
Well, the glasses are obviously to read the books, so it makes more sense that she have them. They're a tool so that she can learn better.
Plus, even if she has glasses on that don't necessarily flatter her face shape, her hair looks very nice today.
She does have good hair. I will say that.
Elora, I think you look really good with your glasses.
I
Thanks.
agree.
Nobody has ever talked about my looks this much before.
Nobody wears a bush like you. I cannot wear a bush. Not would I ever think about wearing a bush, but...
And then Perry?
That's me. Over here.
Oh, the little
Down
one?
here.
Do you use magic at all?
No, not really.
No? Do you? Oh. Well, the three of you, do you have any interest in joining the arcane registry?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I think you're focused on looks. I think that you're keeping knowledge secret and just to you, just with these books, isn't for me.
Well, we've put in a lot of work and effort and funding and adventuring to collect all of these tomes, scrolls, artifacts, and so we just don't want them to wander off is all. But
It shows. It's really impressive.
that little one has a good attitude. I'll say
Plus,
that much.
I mean, isn't this your whole thing? Things that you, Chadwick, specifically. Things that don't matter, but you can't hold them, right? Explain it to me again.
Oh, yes, of course. So I specialize in creating little tokens and images for nobles just to kind of satiate their appetites. I sell it to them. Maybe the illusions only last for a few hours, but these nobles, their attention spans only last a few hours anyway. They forget they've even paid for anything. Excuse me?
What's the gold revenue on that?
Well, it depends on the noble. It kind of depends on what they want to charge, but many of them will
What's the
pay...
cast to profit ratio?
Cast to profit ratio. I make about 50 gold per cast. It's like I can visit a noble a couple times a week, give them a new piece of artwork, an illusion, something beautiful that they get to show off to all of their friends as a way to flaunt their
Wait a
wealth.
minute. Are you the guy doing, what is it called again? Help me out here. What's it called?
The noble fundable token.
The noble fundable tokens. The NFTs!
Yes, the NFTs.
That's
yes,
you?
yes.
Arcane
me.
currency.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that you?
That's me, yeah.
Bitcast, right?
Bitcast, yes. So you've heard of me. My reputation precedes me.
It maybe has, but you did really poorly on that test.
I study more illusions than otherworldly knowledge. It makes sense that your frat leader is a warlock. That was all just very...
Did you say illusions?
Yes.
And so things that are not actually material.
Exactly. You can't touch them, no.
And you deal with what again? The bitcast?
Yes.
Not real.
Yes.
Interesting.
But people will pay for it. They believe that it holds value. Like these nobles just really love to flaunt their wealth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that illusions would have such profitable value.
You would be really surprised what people are willing to pay for these days.
Well, that's interesting. It was nice to meet you, Laura. It was nice to meet you. Perry, it was nice to meet you. And Chadwick, it was very nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
would you like to meet our frat leader, Daniel? I understand you guys have other houses to get to. Would you like to see the cafeteria, the cafe, the lounge?
Who is Daniel?
Daniel, he's the head of the frat side of the
He's
house.
the one with the daddy problems.
No.
The daddy problem?
Yeah. They were talking about how daddy has to give him his spells or something.
He's a warlock.
He's a warlock. Yeah, same thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well, I'd love to go meet him.
I'll give you a quick introduction. You can come with me.
Perfect.
And you see that Daniel is kind of finishing up the tour with the other group that was in the house. And so he goes, "Oh, hi, Sybil. Good to see you." And she's like, "Hi, good to see you too. Do you want to, like, swap? I'll do the test and you do the..." And then they swap groups and you go to Daniel and he goes, "Hello, my name is Daniel. I'm the leader of the fraternity side of the house. It's lovely to meet you all. I'm guessing you all did the test then?"
What's his
Indeed.
race?
He is an elf. He has very long, beautiful, fierce hair, and he's got a little vest on and a big sling of, like, different potion bottles and stuff.
Potion bottles, you say?
Mhm.
Okay.
So would you like to get a tour around the house?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Please do. My name is Chadwick. Yeah, I want to join the arcane registry. You may have heard of some of my work. Apparently, my reputation's gone much farther than I expected. Have you heard of, like, NFTs?
I have. So, we don't have time to show you everything, but is there something you'd like to see? Our lodgings, our, cafeteria? Any questions about culture here?
Laura, you had something to say, right?
What's in your bottles?
Oh, potions.
This
and that. You want to try one?
Is it called a this and that potion?
No, I've got, healing, haste,
Okay.
fire giant. I've got a little bit of this and that.
Okay.
No. Go ahead and show us the way. And as I'm gonna kind of try to turn him and lead, I'm gonna try to sneak one of those potions of haste.
Ooh. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Was that a net one?
As low as I can go.
Which is?
A 1.
Oh
my goodness! Laura, why are you trying to take his potions? I know you are very
Someone's
interested
getting
by
a little pausey, aren't they?
Oh, hey, I am just trying to make sure that they're all situated and firm. It looks like it was about to fall out. I'm very sorry.
Well, who are you?
Bruce and Britches.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So,
To be honest, the real reason I wanted to take it was just because I was kind of not very intrigued with any of the factions, really. Haste, that way I could get through all the factions very quickly and just have a really good time. Yeah, I'm just here to party, I see even a lot of beautiful women and a lot of alluring men, and I thought I could have the most explicit time here amongst all the factions.
Didn't really work out for you, though.
No. It seems that I'm fumbling my ways, and I'm going to need to use the assistance of my allies here to help climb the ranks.
Do you feel like they're allies?
Oh, yes. Very much so. They trust me within their lives.
And you the same?
Oh, of course.
How long have you known them?
About like 20 minutes, I think.
I would say I do not trust him as far as I can throw him, which is far.
And you would not help him if he asked.
Oh, absolutely not. I would let him drown. I already didn't want to join these massive nerds, but especially with this cat, he is getting on my nerves. I think if he thinks we are going to be friends, I think he needs to return to the litter box.
So he leads you up to the lodgings. He gives you a real quick tour. Everything is exactly as you'd expect it. Very Ivy League. Everything is like very neat and tidy. There's a cute little cafe. And there's a little dwarf barista pulling espresso shots. It's a cute, nice, like, very scholarly atmosphere, but very crisp and very polished. And he gives you a quick tour, and he says, "Well, it's been so lovely to meet you all. However, I took a little look at the sundial, and if you want to get to another house within the day, you might have to take off from here, I'm afraid."
Can you tell me... just because you've been around here. Daniel, can I call you Daniel?
Oh, yes. Can I call you Gigi?
Oh, of course. So, Danny, I was thinking, where are, the parties? Like, if I wanted to have a
We
good
host, not to brag, but we host a pretty raunchy readathon.
That's great.
However, if you're looking to, party, if that's your sort of thing, Gigi, you could always go to the Unbound.
Unbound. And do they, like, what? Do they do, like, Molly? Is it, like, more like alcohol type stuff?
I've heard that their addition to their house is sort of like a speakeasy. I've not been myself. Because usually I'll just have a single olive martini before bed, and then I'll read my literature, and then fall quietly asleep.
Virgin. Sorry. There was something stuck in my throat. I called you a virgin.
I get those too. They're called hairballs.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I had a big hairball, and now we have to go to a place where there are cool, hot people.
Unbound,
Okay,
right?
bye.
Unbound.
I suppose it was nice to meet just about exactly half of you.
Oh,
Actually,
hey, it's all right. They do not mean it. I promise.
yes, good, well, tally-ho, toot-toot, goodbye.
I'll see you later, Danny.
I sort of like that. And he sends you away. Okay, where are you guys off to next? You're back in the courtyard. People are shuffling around. There are some people leaving certain houses, like, already in tears. It's been an emotional journey.
Are they? Do you think they're okay? Are you okay? I don't.
And I was trying to say what.
I'm sure you did so much better than you think you did.
You're so small. That's so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Who made you cry, sweet pea?
Don't talk to me.
Perry pulls a handkerchief out of her pack and runs over to the nearest crying individual and hands it over.
Thank you. And just be really careful because, you guys, nature's pathway is really weird. I'm gonna go home. And they run off.
What does that mean?
Should we go find out?
Yeah, probably people have a few different kinks that people are not used to.
A few different what?
I said, like...
How about we just
go? Weird sounds fun.
Bruce, maybe you should not talk quite so much.
Whoa, hey, I am a lord and loved by everyone. My charisma is 18 after all.
I don't think it's working.
Oh, I see. It's all right. I know Gigi has my side. Ever since we walked up together, I know that. Like, at least she'd support me.
Is that true, Gigi?
I would not care if he lived or died. Absolutely.
Absolutely, exactly.
I'll follow you into battle.
Yeah, good thing my insight is not very high.
Okay, so you guys were going to go to the Unbound. However, you've just heard something quite interesting about Nature's Pathway. Where are you heading?
Let's go.
Where?
Nature's Pathway.
Nature's Pathway.
Nature's Pathway?
Laura,
Gigi, when
Laura
they say
likes
weird,
nature. Let's go.
and then I hear nature, I think...
That they've got... they've got something.
I think...
If you need, I have a bit of catnip on me. Are you wanting a little something? A little hit?
Catnip is not my vibe, but...
It's just straight up catnip.
Yeah.
And there's like a little paw print on the end of like a little cigarette.
My eyes just get really wide.
Okay, so you go to Nature's Pathway, and it's pretty plain. When you get inside, it's like the other barracks, as if it hasn't really been upgraded. Everything is pretty simple, standard issue, able to be just, like, functional. And when you walk in, here's a question for you guys. Would you guys rather meet the frat leader or the sorority leader first? Sororities. We've got some girls.
Gigi adjusts her, like, pink, juicy tracksuit and zips out one shoulder.
As just, like, a little flavor moment, Yeah, Chadwick is casting dancing lights and just trying to keep Bruce entertained as we're walking. It's full laser pointer moment.
Yeah.
So as you walk in, there is a very adorable looking satyr girl. And she's got these long brown braids and her little horn sticking out. And she's got these, like, green robes on. And she turns around and she goes, "Oh, you guys must be the next group, huh? My name's Opal. I'm the sorority leader here at Nature's Pathway. It's really nice to meet you guys."
Nice to meet you too.
"Oh, hi. So this is just kind of our, like, main area where, you know, you gotta sleep and you gotta eat. It's only natural, but our, like, real place here, you can come and just, like, follow me back." And she leads you out the back of the barracks into an enormous greenhouse. And you're immediately hit with, like, this floral scent. And there's flowers trellising from the ceiling. There's all of these exotic plants everywhere. It's warm. It smells wonderful. Your sinus is clear. It's, like, very healing. And there are people up in hammocks swinging from the ceiling. There's a little matcha bar, and people making their little matchas. And over in the corner, there is an Aarakocra, which is like a bird person, who's, like, strumming on a little guitar for some plants, and the plants are, like, the vines are, like, twisting and dancing. She goes, "Wow. Yeah, so this is the greenhouse. It's where we preserve a lot of the plants from the Feywild that are endangered. We also keep some, you know, animals from time to time. So, yeah, this is kind of what we got going on. Again, my name is Opal. What were your guys' names?"
I'm Giga Kashbortkov. I'm an Aquarius, and you can call me Gigi because it's really hard to say. I don't like it here, but this is okay. I forgive you.
"You are so tall, like a beautiful sunflower."
Thank you.
"Welcome."
Pleased to meet you. I'm gonna take my hat, like that's kind of like a musketeer hat, and kind of like bow and be like, "I am Bruce and Bridges. Pleased to meet your acquaintance." I go to kind of like try to reach for her hand to kind of like kiss it.
And she's like, "Okay."
Yes. This place is very alluring. I saw people crying as I left here. I could not see why they would be walking away from such great beauty.
"You know, when you commune with nature, you're really just communing with yourself. And some
I
people
was not talking
really
about
aren't ready for
the plants.
that. And, you know, when you come in here, it's gonna, like, open your mind a little bit, and you're gonna you just feel different, and you find your true self, and some people aren't ready for that."
Can I sidebar with Allura?
Absolutely, you can.
She's just staring at everything.
Okay, so this place is totally perfect for you, right?
Yes.
Do you want me to give you a makeover so you have, like, an actual chance of getting in?
What do you mean?
Okay, just give me those. Yeah, you don't need that.
I need them.
Yes, and
As long as your glasses are off, you roll most of your checks with disadvantage.
You have inspiration though.
You know, I just do.
Oh, thank you so
Speaking
much. Okay, just
of,
give me...
do any of you want to roll me a nature check?
A nature check.
Ooh, I'll do that. I don't have great nature, but I'll do it.
You just need to get a 16 or higher.
Will I get in now?
That's a nat
go like
one
this.
for me.
Okay.
Might as well try.
Go like.
Okay, I fail.
A 5? Okay.
You look really good.
I need my glasses though.
Okay.
This is tragic, okay.
Okay. Apparently, I'll get in now. That's what Gigi told me.
Okay. Roll a nature check. All of you.
Everybody.
Everybody's rolling a nature check.
I got a nat one.
Nat
which
1.
means I have.
We got a nat 1, a 5, and a 15.
You said with disadvantage now, right?
Hey, you can add that inspiration if you need.
I'll save it. It's a 2.
Oh.
Can I use my makeover on her as bless?
I will allow it. I'll say that's kosher.
Perfect. Okay, I need to know.
So I'll let that cancel out your disadvantage.
So a 5.
All of
Roll
these
the
characters
dice
are going to
away.
be dead by the end of the series. They're not going to
New
get into
ones.
any of these factions. They're going to be dead.
I can't see anything. What's happening?
I got an 11.
Okay.
I got an 8.
We all can't
None
be
of
here.
you know why, but there's this sweet smell, and you feel really good. And, like, really in touch with your heart. And, like, you're feeling, like, just really solid. Like, not, like, kooky and out of control, but you're just feeling, like, really, like, loose and in tune with your chakras. And you're feeling really good. And Opal says, and over there's Mateus. And he's there, strumming a little guitar. She goes, and he's the fraternity leader, and he's a bard. Isn't it great? Don't you love it here?
I studied bird folk as an extracurricular.
Bird folk, what's your name?
I'm Alora.
Alora? It's so nice to meet you. If you were a flower, you'd be a chrysanthemum.
It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
And I mean it, too. Anyway, do you guys want to try out, like, it's not a challenge, really, or a test or anything, but we just, we got to see if you can commune with nature the same way we can. So, if each of you could pull out a piece of paper or note. I think, in my opinion, and Mateus really taught me this as a bard, there's no better way to commune with nature than through the magic and prowess of the art of the haiku. So if each of you could write me a haiku.
For those of us who have negative intelligence or something along those lines, what would the haiku be?
A haiku is a poem that is written in the style of 3 lines. The first line is 5 syllables. The second line is 7. And the last line is 5.
Oh,
and they are typically something about nature. However,
I'm not very good at
I
this.
am going to be rating these. Me, Spencer, and Sophie are all going to be ranking these on a scale of 1 to 5. So
5 syllables, 3 syllables.
No, 5, 7, 5.
5, 7, 5.
Okay. So for the technical side of this, each of you will be performing your haiku. Before you perform, roll a performance check, and I will add that to your final score. So when it is your turn, please tell me the name of your haiku. Tell me your... Yes?
What do you want this score to be out of, for our understanding?
Out of 5. Out of 5 for 5, 7, 5. In fact, how about I'll rank mine out of 7, and then you guys do 5s, and then it'll be 5, 7, 5. So you guys roll your performance. I'll add that to the total. So tell me what your performance roll is, the name of your piece, and then perform it for the camera, please. Without further ado, I feel like we should start maybe on the end with Alora. Give me a performance roll.
19.
19? Wow. Okay. Alrighty.
The best time of day. Mushrooms so fulsome, spotted, bright, smoky like night, and party a rager tonight.
That was beautiful. Okay, and Coco, what's your performance roll?
Oh, it's a 10.
Okay, plus 10. And what is the title of your piece?
It is called Nature, ?
Okay.
Big, strong rock, that cool. Pretty epic, I think. And then I forgot the rules, and so I drew a picture of me under a tree. That's me in nature. And that's my poem.
Wyatt, what is your charisma roll? Your persuasion roll, sorry.
9.
9. And what is the title of your piece?
The title of my piece is First Sight.
Oh.
A song of nature. Feathers fall from on high. Beauty, I may die.
Sophia?
The title of my piece is Meditation.
Oh. And what was your persuasion roll? Your performance roll, sorry.
That's a 19.
Oh.
Breath slow and steady. Connect with your heart's center. Live your life with strength.
And Reese?
My piece is called My Britches, and my performance is, with performance, a 10.
10. Perfect.
My pants are fire, from lies and desires, but my charm proceeds.
And, Christina?
My piece is called Flowers. And that is a 5.
Oh. Very nice. Alrighty.
Life as a flower is fresh and clean as sunshine. After light comes dark.
Alrighty. Thank you, each of you, for your beautiful performances. I've been moved. The network has written down their scoring, their thoughts. So we'll see. I don't know if you guys knew this, but one of you is getting kicked off at the end of each episode.
You are not going to be handing out the roads.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. So let's let me do some math.
I was ready.
Okay. Now, Opal looks to each of you and says, me and Mateus have to go talk, so feel free and just chat amongst yourselves for a moment while I do some deliberations, while Janie does 4th grade math that she can't do in her head. Go ahead. Proceed.
Yes.
It hurts, but when you
Oh,
mush them
you know,
together, does that create
A
like a
little
new
bit, you
person?
know, when I need to
Yes, it makes you really
plan out my
strong
routine
and
for
have
the
a
mornings.
lot of
That's
scarves.
really it. You know, when I'm eating my oatmeal or whatever. Yes, oatmeal is actually a very good breakfast.
Together, right? You like magic.
We feed the horses oats.
Yes.
Yes.
Our little
Mush people and
Oh,
plants.
And
grew up
then
on a
you
farm.
sell
Yeah,
them.
Patch is my favorite.
Oh,
He's really sweet.
oh, that is really fun.
Is
Oh,
that the
where,
reason you
where,
do this
where,
to get money?
like, did you grow up within the land or somewhere else?
This is a good
Yeah,
hobby.
yeah, we
This
just
is a
live
great
out in the countryside. Not very far away from here, but
I'm so
I
glad
have
you could
11
have
siblings.
I'm so
Oh
glad
my
we could do
goodness
that.
gracious.
me too.
So it's guys.
There are 12 of us, and I'm the oldest, and we're all named after a birthstone.
Oh wow, that is very
Gotta
nice.
be friends with whoever did that.
Yes.
No, and I like that.
I understand.
Okay, I
how
love
it
this.
siblings. I probably
The
have
girl
around like
up
40
there, she was
siblings.
like, oh my gosh,
you know, my
nature's
my
passed away.
mother,
And I was
she's
like,
kids around the town, you know.
oh, poor
That's crazy.
Yeah.
She was.
Did you grow up in like the mountains and monasteries? I'm assuming.
Yes.
How do you
Mountains,
say
it's very
Haiku.
cold, but we learned to send
Yes.
for ourselves.
You got it.
so we don't
Haiku.
have
The
to
word
learn
to turn
to
to
things like that.
Do you think maybe
Ex-
you can teach
That's
me how to do
magical.
that? It's really
Excuse
hard
me.
with 11 siblings.
Excuse me. Hi. That I was really touched by those, and they were really good. And you know, like in nature, you know, it's like survival of the fittest and everything. And so some of you did really good, and some of you did really bad, and that's okay because you each have your own strengths, I guess. Well, at least I hope you do. But I have the rankings here for you. Should we start from last place or first place?
I mean, you do not have to say that I won
let's
right
start
away.
with last place. In last place, we have, with 18 points, Chadwick.
Yeah.
It's really just not your day today.
And
Chadwick's
you know
the
what?
biggest
Last place is like first place if you're a loser. And then in second to last place, with 19 points, we have Bruce.
Hey, I did not come in last. I will consider that a win.
And tied for third place with 19.5 points, we have Perry. And we have Gigi. Great work. Okay. In second place, with 31.5 points, big gap, in scoring here. We have Alora.
Second place?
Second place, indeed.
What do you mean?
And in first place, we have Mira.
Thank you.
With 33 points.
Thank you.
Great work, you guys. That was so beautiful.
Second place? She doesn't even want to be here. She doesn't even care. I took notes on everyone too. We have Gigi with her beautiful muscles. We've got big, beautiful, and I couldn't think of a third B, but it feels like there should be one. And we have Chadwick, and I don't know, he does something with NFTs, and I knew he wouldn't do well at the haiku, and there she is. There she is. Look at, with her six-pack. How does that help you write a haiku? I don't even know, but you know what?
Marker, talking at score. Take 2. Mira. Is this any time?
Yes. It's
Right.
really just about breathing and centering yourself, as I said in my haiku. Just connect with your heart center and breathe, and you can do whatever you want to.
How do you think your group members are feeling about you right now?
I'm sure they're unhappy with their results, at least some of them are, but there was some beautiful, beautiful poetry said today.
Hi, I'm Opal. I'm the head of Nature's Pathway, the sorority side at least. And everybody did a really good job on their haikus today. Some did a really, really good job, and some did just fine, I guess. But I could tell that Alora really tried her best. And that was so special to see. Someone really give it their all. But trying your best will just never beat being the best, right? So I really liked what Mira did. It really, spoke to me, because what is trying your hardest if not just not trying at all?
She'll regret having a
Do
six-pack.
you think nerves impacted your performance?
Nerves?
Were you nervous?
No. Well, you know what? Yes, because what else can explain it? I don't know what
Are
else
you
can explain it.
feeling maybe not like yourself after your makeover? Might be throwing you off?
Gigi. That was her plan all along. She was talking about other Druids. I don't know. They were happy that girl was crying out in the front.
What's the third B?
Bitch! You heard it. I don't have to say it again. The 3 Bs. I'll know what the 3 Bs mean. It's fine.
So that's kind of how you did scoring wise, but scoring isn't everything, and you might have come in last in the haikus, but you could still get into Nature's Pathway. It's just about your character. So if you feel like your haiku didn't represent you, feel free to let me know and we can kind of talk about that. But our lodgings aren't too exciting. Feel free and you can nap in a hammock, you can have a matcha, just feel free and enjoy yourself. You can go watch Mateus play for the plants, but it was really nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
And you're Perry?
Yeah.
Like Peridot?
Yeah.
I'm a stoner too. Someone named after a stone.
I love that.
Yeah. It's really cool, right? So, have fun, you guys. Nice meeting you. And I mean, the day's pretty much over, so feel free and just relax. Tomorrow you'll have the chance to go see the other 3 factions, so don't fret too much about it, but feel free and enjoy hanging out here. We'll just be kind of doing our drum circle to get ready for bed. Bye.
Thank you.
And she goes and she has a little bongo, and she's like, bongo sound effect.
Chadwick, can we get out of here before someone tries to feed us placenta?
Yes, please. Please get us out of here.
So do you guys just bounce?
Yeah, we're dipping. We're just walking out.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him over my little shoulder.
Pack him up, pack him
my
out.
Take him to go.
Chadwick is gonna learn some things about himself when this happens. He's gonna be like,
Oh. Okay, Laura?
I want to go over to the drum circle. Go sit by, what's her name again?
Opal?
Opal, yes.
Opal?
Go sit by Opal in the drum circle and just, are there drums around?
Yeah, there's like, what would you take? What would be Laura's vibe in the drum circle? Are you grabbing like a maraca? Are you grabbing one of those, what are they called? The bowls that you like, bum, ba, bum, bum.
Oh, the like
like a
little
steel
steel
drum?
drums.
Yeah, steel drum.
Steel drum.
Yeah.
There's a xylophone.
One of those like mini kind of rounded steel drum. I don't know if that's still a steel drum.
like a rain drum?
Kettle drum. There you go.
There you go. Could you roll me a performance check, please, and thank you?
Okay. A 10.
You're able to keep time, but you're not like you're
I'm
not
a little
disrupting
distracted.
everything, but you're adding it in. And Opal's like, are you feeling it? The vibrations?
I could be feeling them more.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, Opal.
Yeah.
Is there like extracurricular activities for, I don't know, being a first pick?
Here in Nature's Pathway, it's not about that kind of stuff.
It's not.
No, it's just about being your true self and being in tune with nature.
Nature, and in nature, I'd like to be the best in nature.
You seem a little tense. Are you okay?
That's why I'm playing the drum. What do you mean? I'm fine.
Laura, do you ever go out to the rocks and scream?
I haven't in a very long time, but you know what? That sounds actually amazing.
You know what? Drum circle is just another obligation. Let's go to the rocks and let's scream.
Let's go scream at the rocks.
Let's go scream.
Will that get me extra points?
I'm gonna go to the rocks and scream.
But I also want to go to the rocks and scream.
If you're doing it for yourself, I'll be able to tell in your scream. If you're screaming for the man, if you're screaming for society, if you're screaming to be in harmony with the ways of the world, I'll hear that in the frequencies, girl. So you need to scream because it's your truth.
Okay. Let's go scream.
Follow me. Okay. And she's off. She's taking you to the rocks. What are the rocks? That's from the bonus series. But she takes you to the rocks to scream. And does Allura scream for herself or does she scream for the man? For society?
For the man. I think she's just letting it loose. Just everything that was pent up in that interview, so she doesn't know.
She's not sure.
She's
screaming.
She's just screaming.
Beautiful. Okay.
From way down low, Gigi can hear like,
You big bitch! Okay, and then the three of you over here, is there anything your characters get up to?
I feel like Mira would go to just like an open space and just start doing Tai Chi. Like just with the drums and everything, just like slow moving Tai Chi just in a corner. Just centered around herself. She's feeling this space very much.
And Mateus, who's playing his little guitar, he stops and he goes, your centering has centered me. Your orbit has realigned my axis. Thank you, sister. Thank you. He goes back to his little guitar.
The screaming intensifies.
Perry toddles along after Mira, like at a distance, but she just kind of follows her. And as Mira starts her Tai Chi, Perry pulls out both of her hand axes and just follows along.
Whoa, little lady. That's really intense. But if that's your truth, ma'am.
Thanks.
You're doing a fantastic job. I feel at one with you right
I don't even know if I want to know what Bruce is up to. Is he
Honestly,
like cat style hanging from the hammock?
No, Bruce is going over the water. Is be like, is something wrong with me? Like, I usually have like much more like charm with individuals. Like, am I not myself today? Like, I go ahead and like kind of check my britches, and I'm like, yeah, these are perfect as usual. Like, what is wrong with me today? I'm like kind of just panicking. Like, I'm usually like a charming like go getter guy, and to just kind of be turned away and not doing my best is just throwing me off.
You hear Jenny behind you, and she goes, "You okay?"
Oh yes. Okay.
You know, the Grand Rush is really hard.
No. I'm just here to party. You know, here to dance. From like people in my home country, the public domain, Akan Republic. The
public domain, Akan Republic.
Yes, that is where I come from.
Oh.
We like to sing and dance and party all the time, but here I guess it is. I'm just not finding my feng shui. You know.
I get that. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of
Yes,
pressure.
very much so. Hopefully, maybe one of the other factions I'll fit more well in.
Have you ever tried just being yourself?
Every day.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to roll deception on that? If it's not the truth.
You know what? There's a hint of deception behind it. For
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Oh, 14? Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, 14.
Jenny, she sees right through that. This is not her first Grand Rush. She has seen stronger individuals crack under much less in the Grand Rush, okay? She goes, "Look, I get it. It's hard, but if you just need to find where you belong. That's all. This is really about. And people get so caught up in getting in the perfect faction, but the faction that you want and wants you, clearly that's the perfect fit. So just don't worry too much about it. You've only gotten to 2.
That is true. I guess I will have to make my judgment once I see them all.
Yeah, well, good luck, Billy. Good luck out there.
It is Bruce.
Oh, yes. Bruce with the belt. I remember you.
In the britches. But close.
Oh, okay. Well, have a good night. Get home safe. You know, things have been getting a little crazy, so make sure you get home early before it gets dark. And, each of you find your ways home at the end of the night feeling maybe better about yourself, maybe a little worse, or just different. A lateral movement. But you've explored, you've learned a lot, you've felt a lot, and as you go to bed, ready for another day that you have no idea what it'll hold, you fall asleep, just full of anticipation for your next day of the Grand Rush. And with that, that has been episode 1 of Before the Dead Wars with Role Models. It has been a fun episode. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
So much fun.
Perfect. And once again, this is all to promote the Dead Wars event that is coming up in Provo, Utah in May. You can find more information about the event in the description, and we should have a link for you guys to purchase tickets, so make sure you use that. Once again, I'm Janie Eastman. You can find us online at the RollModels-Podcast or RollModels-TTRPGs. That is where you can find me for the most part. And does anyone want to do any selfless self-promotion before we go? Shameless self-promotion. Selfless self-promotion. You guys know what I mean. Anyone want to plug something before we go?
I don't do anything.
Humble queens. Well, you know what? I will link all of their projects in the description so that you can find them and more of what they do. And episode 2 will be coming to you really soon. So have a great rest of your evening. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
This is so much harder than I thought it was going to be. I was supposed to study.
You know, it would just be so nice if everyone would just get along.
Everyone thinks they're so much better than me just because they're a little bit more prepared.
I try to be so centered, but this... I'm sorry, I can't.
I knew that there would be drama between the cast, but between the crew? Seriously, don't look at me like that from behind the camera. Are you shitting me right now?